Bees. Now all of us, or maybe most of us, we are respectful of bees. And that is because we are afraid of a bee's sting. Whether it be a black bee, a bumblebee, or a honeybee. Oh, the honeybee. Now the honeybee would have gained our respect for its hard work in pollination and honey production. Our focus is on honey production. Honey, sweet, sweet honey, 100% pure honey. That is what we offer you here at Heavenly Hives. Our entry into this field would have started with the foresight of the late John Lawrence. John Lawrence would have utilized the experience and expertise of Sister Willett Macmillan. A group of novices came together and formed what is now known as Heavenly Hives. This group of novices are all members of the Montgomery Moravian Church. Let's hear what this special group have to say.
Heavenly Hives is a blessed initiative that originated by us Moravians and our church with expert guidance from a beloved sister, and it is an organization that would truly benefit the church and the whole of Tobago in terms of our production, as well as educating and informing the young ones and especially young church members about beekeeping, because it is also something we have to think about in the future, and we will need succession planning for future or to continue Heavenly Hives growth and existence. So I would tell them Heavenly Hives is a blessed and beautiful initiative.
This project was introduced to us by Brother Roycott and his wife, dear Sister Willett. I jumped on it because I think it was a great idea.
We started in April 20th, 2021, and we started that initiative of creating a Beekeepers Association for Montgomery Moravian Church. As the other members explained, is that something that we decided to venture that we end up go into because of the situation at that point in time. If you check the date, that would have been close to around COVID period. The experience when we started off, it was a little, getting accustomed to bees. But as everyone eventually grew accustomed to them and eventually starting to understand how the bees operate and so forth. So it's something that we all kind of grew into. At this point in time, I'm still growing into that that role, because Brother Lawrence, he has been the person who was leading, a great leader, and I was just as the vice chair at that time. Since we know he's passed on, well, I had to fill the role of leadership. And not only me, I mean the team that we have around us, Sister Willett, the others, who able to encourage and guide us along the way, because I wouldn't know everything, but everybody will be able to put their insight and be able to help us push forward, because we've seen something that we can be able to grow and develop. Not just honey, we have honey products coming out from that, And we're seeing something that we can bring not only to the church members, but the people in the public, public space, and create a name brand for ourselves.
At the beginning of the Heavenly Hives organization, my role and duty was to just keep record of how much hives we had, how much honey was produced, and the bottles that we got from each production, and to keep check, because as you know, there are different agencies that are also interested in that, and also for our future growth and record keeping.
As stated earlier, this group is guided every step of the way by the technical expertise and years of experience by someone who is trained in agriculture. A high quality of product can only be the end result.
We have a great group of beekeepers, I must say that. They learn very well, they learn very quickly, and they are able to manage the apiary, actually the 2 apiary sites.
God is in this, because previously we would not have thought of making soaps and body wash and all those things, with that honey as base. We would not have thought of, even this new project we do now as a church, everything mango, with using the source of mango. Now we have had a honey queue, and I would want to see more of those, where the byproducts are also promoted as much as the initial product, the honey. The honey is really, really good. Yes.
We have grown, we have increased production, and with every extraction, more bottles were acquired, or more honey was acquired, and that actually from every year our production grew, as well as our hives. So the more honey, more hives, more production, more bottles we got.
You just heard our minister, Reverend Esther, said God is in this because we have since added other products besides the honey. This is a dedicated group of beekeepers who didn't even have the proper protective equipment in the beginning. However, the vision for Heavenly Hives honey is to be internationally recognized in the future.
When we all started off, we didn't have the appropriate PPE. Everybody was just trying to get with jumper and with veil and such, and we're going into it sort of blind in a sense. And the suit I had was sort of fitted, as you say, my structure. So being a fitted suit, when you're normally supposed to get a loose suit, this way if the bees being around you and if they decide this thing, it would not penetrate. But as you see my broad shoulders, they was having a field day on my back. So I had to take this thing, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. Although at one point in time, one got into the veil, and that was another experience. But I feel getting to experience that, you get to understand what to do and what not to do. So it's a learning experience as you go along. Because as I said, we all of us wasn't knowledgeable of beekeeping. So as I said, we're still learning. And from those experiences, I was able to know the do's and don'ts. So right now we have the appropriate one. So the bee do as they do. They will buzz around and they are actually trying to protect their colony. So having them to be buzzing around you or trying to sting you, that is their job. Because if they don't do that, they won't be protecting the hive.
I would want to know that it is sold right across the world. I remember years ago that we had a church in Black Rock Old, and people, when they come into the airport, there was a picture there advertising, the whole idea of a church historic place. And, honeys, I think, the fact that you can't really export it, I would want persons to come here and enjoy it, and eventually they could advertise it all over.
My wish is to see Heavenly Hives being international, because from the reviews that we got from other members from other churches outside Trinidad and Tobago, I mean, some of them been asking for the honey, and we trying to build a colony or enough apiary that we're able to supply outside of the country, right? And I want us to, not just for us now, but for the future, the young ones that are coming up. We're trying to introduce, as we go along, we're trying to introduce younger ones into beekeeping. Because, you know, beekeeping it might look hard, but once you get to know and get the knowledge of beekeeping, it becomes fun, because we are like a family when we come on a Saturday. You know, everybody joke and laugh and excited to see the production of honey. You know, how the bee go about, and from bringing in pollen to, you know, from egg stage to, and the process is a nice experience, seeing what you could develop out of what we are doing, you know. So I hope that we're able to push this forward and for generation to come. Because what we're trying to do is set up in a way that the next generation coming, they're able to fall in and keep this ongoing.
Even the children are excited about it. I remember last year we had Vacation Bible School, and Heavenly Hives was one of the items in terms of educating the little ones. And they were excited, they were asking all kinds of questions. So, you know, just like people are drawn to honey, the children are drawn to this project.
The journey was never promised to be an easy one. From setting up, looking for volunteers, mobilization, sourcing bees, etc., plus the requisite financing. At Heavenly Hives and at Montgomery Moravian Church, we serve a truly living God. The book of Proverbs chapter 16 verse 3 says, "Commit thy works unto the Lord, and thy thoughts shall be established." And in Colossians chapter 3 verse 23, it reads, "And whatsoever you do, do it heartily, as to the Lord and not unto men."
We had our setbacks, but I think that moving forward, we'd overcome all the setbacks that we had previously. We are doing good for now. This from April 2021 when we started, I think where we are now, we are doing great. We had 8 people initially, and I think we need more hands on deck, because you are now a part of Heavenly Hives, right? And you see, we need to do things like put in more plants, get the place cut last or cleaned, right? So I think we need more hands on deck, maybe more men, you know, so that is my wish, you know, that more people would come on board. But we are a great team, we are very cooperative, and I think we could only go from strength to strength.
We are going to have trials, I know, because any good thing will not, you know, just flow easily all the time. We have challenges, but I would really want to see the Heavenly Hives, beekeepers, you know, keep on, keep focused. Our goal is to ensure that the world knows, just as we as a church wants the world to know the message of, you know, salvation, that the world would know there's something called Heavenly Hives honey existing here.
I am trained in agriculture, so I was able to give my technical advice from the management aspect and also from the establishment of the Heavenly Hive bees in terms of the location and how they manage the bees on a weekly basis. The beekeeping laws of Trinidad and Tobago states that once you have over 10 colonies, you have to have an extraction house. So the church felt fitting to follow the laws of Trinidad and Tobago and establish this extraction house. The establishment of this house was spearheaded by the John Lawrence, who has since passed on, and it's a very good thing that he had started his extraction house, so that at least extraction room, so at least that the beekeepers, Heavenly Hive, will have a place of their own when they are extracting honey. It's important to keep bees because bees, without bees, we will not survive, because with the literature will state that bees pollinate at least 80% of the crops that we consume. So if you don't have bees, within 5 years you will die. It's important to have bees.
The responsibility of showcasing our products falls on Ms. Charlene Duncan, who manages our display when it is time to show off and sell.
Welcome to our Heavenly Hives corner, where we present the products that we have for sale. Our main products being pure honey, which is offered at the 750 ml and 550 ml. We also have pure honeycomb. This is the honey with the comb inside. The comb presents health benefits for individuals. Also, to our product range, we have soaps. You can have them in different flavors: turmeric, vanilla, baby powder. Additionally, we have liquid soaps. Another product in our catalog is the honey pepper sauce, and this is available at various sizes. All our products can be offered in a package in miniature sizes, where we present the pure honey, soaps, body wash, soap bags, and lip balms.
We spent a little more time chatting with Natoya, who has since left us and is now teaching in Virginia, USA. She reflected on her time at Heavenly Hives, as well as drawing a parallel with beekeeping and her playing days on the hockey field. However, she will miss the Saturday morning forays into our 2 apiary sites.
I became part of Heavenly Hives because it was a ministry in the church that really piqued my interest, and when I heard the deceased Brother John Lawrence advertise it in the church, I decided to find out more about it and get involved. I saw myself contributing at that time as being a new person, a learner of this new skill, and bees are something that are an interesting insect. So I saw my part being actually involved in the whole production and the whole beekeeping thing. In terms of the energy you need to play the hockey, you need an equal amount or even more to take care of these bees, because it's a very physical activity or exercise. Going to the hives and checking on these bees, and also, also exciting. Similar to hockey playing is exciting, beekeeping is also exciting. And when you see the bees producing, and you're amazed that, wow, last week we left one box full, now we have 3. It's very rewarding and exciting. I would really miss everyone. I would miss my Heavenly Hives crew, but gone physically, as you said. And I would really hope that this venture continues and grows from strength to strength, and that this ministry in the church thrives and is an absolutely blessed ministry, and continue to give back and help and assist our church and our church family while we continue to do God's work here on earth. I would miss everybody. I would miss my lawyer. I have a lawyer in the group. I would miss my lawyer. I'd miss my quiet school spirit. I'd miss my comedian. I would miss everybody. But, and the moments that I would miss would be the extraction days, the bottling days we all together, where we need all hands on deck. And we collaboratively work for a greater good. I would miss that, because we all here at not for any salary or any pay. We do it from the goodness of our hearts. I would miss just being a part of this organization. Yes. You're making me cry, boy.
So there you have it, the committed personnel behind Heavenly Hives. Except for 3 members, Karen Anthony, Carol John, and with me today, Johanse Asukili. Remember, wherever you find honey products, you can find Heavenly Hives honey. And if you don't see that label, give us a call or contact one of our members. Remember, it is not honey unless it says Heavenly Hives. Go out today and grab yourself a bottle of Heavenly Hives honey.